Hey guys, welcome back to Meetings of Mavri. I'm your host Mavri, and today we're going to be continuing Shield Hero Episode 9. So, last time we left off, Naofumi was going around, I guess, cleaning up the problems that were caused by the other heroes. I made the reference that he's more like a janitor, or like an elder brother to his obnoxious younger siblings, right? So he cleaned up Moriyasu's mess, he cleaned up Ren's mess, and in the process, he also gained a new set of abilities, the Cursed series, where Raphtalia was unfortunately cursed. And it ended with the village elder, I guess you could call him, telling them to go seek out a church to remove the curses. So what I'm thinking for this episode is we're going to see a little bit more on how curses operate, as well as maybe learn more about the church. After that, if we're going to keep things consistent, I guess maybe it's going to be a case where Naofumi is going to solve the problems caused by the last hero, Itsuki. Or maybe, since it has been a while now, they might move it so the second wave, or third wave, I guess you could say, comes next, and then they go back to find Itsuki, since, according to the last information they had on him, his whereabouts are still a mystery. So, in any case, let's just jump into the episode and find out together. So, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh? Already up and fighting? Is she healed? No, it doesn't seem like it. She still seems cursed and bruised. Shouldn't you guys, like, concentrate on healing Raphtalia first? Yeah. What? Whoa. Is it a group of philos? Wait, I think I've seen her in the opening, right? I actually check right now while I skip this. Yeah, I did see her before. Her scene was with the queen, Melty. So, I guess this is someone related with royalty? Maybe another princess? Hmm? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I think she's royalties. Play in this form? But since the queen seems to be on Naofumi's side, or at least doesn't have a prejudice to him, such as mine, I'm assuming that this girl is also maybe more of an ally than an enemy to Naofumi. Just pay up. Oh, some nice alone time for Raphtalia. Separated from her people? Shouldn't they, like, come back looking for you? Alright, sorry about that. I have to pause real quick. Yeah, I'm fairly certain she's the princess. Yeah, like I said, the guards should be looking for her. Alright. Okay. I wonder what her relationship is with her. Again, I'm sort of assuming here, but I'm like 99% sure that she's a princess as well. I wonder what her relationship is with her sister and father.
したね。
さっきまであんなに騒いでたのにな。
寒くないですか？
ああ。
冷えるといけないので。あれ？メルさん？
Oh, taking a bath.
まさか。
いや、さすがに。
でも、フィーロですよ。
そういやこいつ、同族のことをしてたよ。
No, she's probably taking a bath or something.
ラタリア。何も見なかったのか。証拠さえ隠滅すれば。
直文様。
じゃあ、フィーロがどっかの貴族の娘を食ったって自供しに行くのか。
どうしたの？ご主人様。フィーロ、メルさんはどうしたの？メルちゃん？メルちゃんならフィーロの羽の中で寝てるよ。メルちゃん起きて。どうしたの？
何してるんだ。
フィーロちゃんの羽毛、ふわふわでとっても気持ちいいんです。
だから服を脱いだのか。
でもどうやって。
Oh? So that's where she's gonna sleep from now on? Alright. I'm pretty sure that's not a good way to sleep. Oh, they're back. Alright.
皆さん、本当にお世話になりました。フィーロ、メルちゃん送っていっていい？
礼金はちゃんともらってこいよ。
はーい、行こう。さようなら。寂しいですね。
また会えるだろう。
はい。
なんで盾だけないんだ。
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that one before.
おい、聞きたいことが。
教皇様。
これは盾の勇者様。
Alright, so let's see what the church thinks about this whole situation.
戦いぶりに私は感銘を受けました。盾でありながらあそこまで戦えるとは。
直文様。
そんなことはどうだっていい。呪いを解く一番強力な聖水を譲ってくれ。
聖水ですか。
ああ。
ではお布施を。
いくらだ。
最も強力なものですと金貨1枚です。
それでいい。
いけません、直文様。そんな高価なもの。
構わない。お前に比べれば金貨1枚なんて安いものだ。
Aww.
直文様。
それが金貨1枚の品か。
なぜ質の悪いものを持ってくるのかね。
ですが。
神は慈悲深いものです。あなた個人の信仰心を満足させるためであれば、今すぐ悔い改めなさい。
申し訳ございません。
我が教徒が無礼を。
金に見合ったものなら文句はない。
慈悲に感謝いたします。
こんなところか。行くぞ。
Hmm.
神の導きに感謝してくださいね。すべては我らが神の慈悲なのですから。
Okay, definitely creepy dude.
恩着せがましいやつだ。
直文様。
かないだろ。待って。しつこいな。こっちだ。大丈夫か。
はい。
あいつの狙いは多分俺だ。一旦二手に分かれるぞ。
でも
フィーロを連れてきてくれ。馬車の前で落ち合おう。
わかりました。
こっちだ。待って。
Hmm.
今度こそ巻いただろう。
He seems to have something to say. What now?
おい、何考えてる。こんな街中で。黙れ。あの奴隷の子はどうした。解放しろ。お前もしつこいな。ラフタリアはラフタリアちゃんじゃない。は？金髪で背中に羽の生えた女の子だ。お前と一緒にいるところを見たんだからな。フィーロのことか。フィーロちゃん。フィーロちゃんというのか。
Ah, come on, what are you asking?
理想的な女の子。初めて見た。赤い大地のクレヨンちゃん見た。
Can we, like, speed this part up?
俺、天使萌えなんだ。知るか。
Oh man, somebody slapped this guy already.
この胸は高鳴り続けてる。異世界最高。金髪天使ちゃん最高。バカバカしい。お前それ。あ？そういや、あのデブ鳥の飼い主も。
Oh, they're the same thing.
あのデブ鳥もろともお前もぶっ殺してやる。エアストジャビン。うわー、誰好き。ふざけんな。いい加減にしろ。こんなところで戦うな。いいじゃねえか。やれやれ。なんだぞこの野郎。
What the hell?
青ふみ。おやめください。槍の勇者様。お前、さっきの。ここは民の往来です。このような場所での死闘は許可されません。
されますわ。囲め。
発見。
I somehow kind of think something else.
皆様、これは槍の勇者様と盾の勇者の正当なる決闘です。ここに国が認める権利として宣言いたします。剣を収めなさい。
Nope.
勇者同士の死闘は許可いたしません。なぜお前。
Oh,
お久しぶりです。姉上。こたびの騒動、姉上の権力や勇者の権力でどうにかできると思わぬようお願いします。槍の勇者様、周りをご覧ください。民を巻き込んで戦う者を誰が勇者と思いますか。姉上、随分とおたわむれが過ぎるようですわ。私は勇者様の補佐として責務を全うしているだけですわ。民の往来で決闘させるのが補佐ですか。妹の分際で私に歯向かうつもり。ことと場合によっては母上を保護します。
ネルティがマインの妹。ということはこの国の。
ナオフミ様、何があったのですか。
お、元康がまた。
Oh, I have a feeling that he's gonna be kicked again.
ナオフミに馬車馬のように働く。
I guess that's kind of true.
ナオフミ、貴様、あのデブ鳥みたいにヒーロちゃんにまで許さん。
フィーロのことデブ鳥って言った。前に会った時もフィーロのこと笑ったし。
笑 俺が
Uh-oh.
槍の人嫌い。
Kick him! Kick him! Oh hoo hoo! Yeah!
早く治療院に。フィーラの勝ち。
よくやった。偉いぞフィーロー。
直文様。
いつもひどい目に遭ってるんだ。あれくらい当然。
Nah, this time I agree.
すっきりした顔してるんですか。慎重な成人様。いえ、盾の勇者様。あなたにお話があります。
あんちゃん説明してくんねえか。
いろいろあった。ここで会議させてくれ。
おいおい、いくらなんでもそりゃないぜ。
すみません。近くでいい場所がなくて。
たく。
で、お前は何者なんだ。
改めまして、私はメルロマルク。
Oh, first in line? Okay.
メルティ・メルロマルクと申します。おい、継承権。
王様になれる権利があるってことだ。
妹のメルさんの方が継承権が高いんですか。ええ、姉上はあの性格ゆえ昔からいろいろと問題を起こして。
だろうな。
まさかあなたが盾の勇者様だったなんて。でもちょうどよかったのかもしれません。なになに。私は
悪いが、話はここまでだ。俺はお前を信用できない。出ていけ。
Eh. Well, we all saw that one coming. But, well. Well, it's been some time since we've seen Moriyasu and Mine, and boy, are they as annoying as ever. So it was kinda nice to see Moriyasu get his balls kicked in again, as well as Mine humiliated by her younger sister, no less. But, good feelings aside, I feel like the two big things to take away from this episode are the church and also Melty, the apparent heir to the throne as the first princess. So it turns out that we didn't really get to learn more about the church or the curses, but instead it was more of a world building episode. So first of all, the church. So I think it's pretty obvious from this episode that the church still has a bias against the shield hero, such as not honoring him by putting his weapon onto the church decorations, right? I actually thought that because there was this one decoration where it had all the weapons mixed together and there was sort of like a shield there. I thought that was the way of them honoring him, but apparently not. So beyond that, what about the Pope? He seemed to be, as Naofumi said, kind of patronizing, right? But does he really hate the shield hero, or does he really, have anything against him? Not quite sure yet. And actually, to me, maybe the even more important question is, like, what is he the Pope of? Like, is this just a state religion, or is this a religion that actually is prevalent throughout the entire world? So sort of like the Pope of our world, right? Catholics don't just exist in Italy or the Papal State, it exists everywhere. And so the Pope actually has a huge amount of influence. I'm assuming that's also the same case here, right? And then this also kind of turns into the question which is this prejudice against the shield hero really state-driven, like by the king, by the royal court or something, or was it actually perpetuated by the church? And it was their teachings that made the situation as it is today. So these are questions that probably I hope that we can get answered sometime in the future episodes. Also, another interesting thing would be like what influence does the Pope actually hold over, let's say, this specific country? Because the whole conflict between sort of like the Pope being the representative of God, as well as earthly powers that a king has, was the cause of essentially Henry VIII, declaring his independence from the Pope and setting up the Church of England, so that he himself would be the sort of the head of church there. So he said, quit your bullshit. I don't need to hear from you. I have my divine right to rule as both an earthly king and also to interpret, I guess, spiritual or religious matters. So I wonder if that is actually going to come into play as sort of, politics and whatnot within this series as well. So one thing to look forward to in the future. The second part would be the young princess, Melty, right? So again, we saw that coming a mile away, since her figure or her character was already superimposed with the queen during the opening sequence, so that was relatively easy to guess. I didn't actually expect her to be the first in line to the throne, so the heir to the throne. Yeah, that actually makes things a lot more interesting. And again, I've been feeling for a while now that maybe the reason why mine and the king are trying to do all these kinds of different things or whatnot is because there might be a power struggle within the family, where perhaps mine wants to overthrow her younger sister to become the next heir to the throne, and maybe the king is helping her. Yeah, that's possible. It's not like these things haven't happened before, except genders were reversed, since there's not actually a successful documentation of a matriarchy in the real world, right? So this part is, again, kind of interesting. And another thing that I really want to know is who has more power, the king or king consort, as we should probably call him, and Melty, who is the heir to the throne. So if we turn this back into a normal patriarchy, then there would be like the king and the king's spouse, the queen, versus the prince, who's the heir to the throne. So who has more power there, the queen or the prince? Hard to say. Normally, if we're going by what happened historically, the person who has the military backing would be the one with the most power, right? So there's that. So I guess I'm not sure how deep this series is actually going to go in terms of these political games and whatnot, but I guess it's something to think about. Beyond that, the ending, yeah, as I mentioned, Naofumi, we could see it coming a mile away. He probably is distrustful of the royals, and rightfully so. But at the same time, I feel like he's just being a dick just for the sake of it, because after all, he already decided to hear out Melty. Otherwise, he wouldn't have brought her to the armorer's shop in order to listen to what she had to say in private, right? Since he already knew that she was a princess from seeing in the courtyard, it should be fairly easy to just blow her off if he really didn't want to have anything to do with her. So I think next episode Naofumi is going to hear Melty out, and we can all hear what exactly the situation is and why she needs Naofumi's help. Alright, so I think that about sums up this episode. Interesting development, but still, we need a little bit more information before we have anything concrete to go further towards. Yeah, so I feel like that's it. Let me know if I missed anything, and if not, I'll see you guys next time in episode 10. So, stay tuned, and bye-bye.